soon here, by the way.
Yes. There we go.
Afterimage is off, and there goes Woofer. Okay, here we go. So, we're gonna start off in Spaceship.
One of the hardest parts of the run.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Just get over here, press this button, and then go talk to the Mafia Man. So there goes Afterimage. It's a 1546. Let's see what Woofer gets. It's really important. Oh, Afterimage taking the lead by like 0.3.
It was like 0.5.
Yeah.
It was 46 versus 99. Both against up 16 though, so good for them.
Yeah. Alright, so you can see them both walking around to grab these 2 pieces of yarn. They're the quickest pieces of yarn that you can get while still going towards this Mafia guy to grab the timepiece. You get this yarn in order to do what they're doing right now on screen, to craft the sprint hat. For obvious reasons, the sprint hat is very important in the speed run. So we're both finishing up here.
Alright, after got 42 and still very close. I think it's still like 0.2, 0.3 off.
Yeah. So yeah, both runners did grab pawns there in the faucet, so that means we will be seeing them both go to Shaking Runner Space, which is this level up here. You have to grab 5 pawns in order to get into it. Luckily, it's not an expensive level because it is optimal to go here first before the other level you could do, which is Barrel Battle. We'll see that level after this one.
They probably, I think they probably show you both at the same time, just so you know you need to grab some. It helps for us though.
Yeah.
And you can grab a lot in Barrel Battle, so luckily it isn't actually anymore.
Yeah, so you can see little glitch right there that you saw on both runners' sides just a second ago. We need yarn to craft another hat at the end of this level. And we needed to open a vault in order to actually grab the yarn and the pawns inside of it. In order to open a vault, you need to pick up X amount of tickets. For the red vault, which is the one we opened, we only need 3. We only grabbed 2 with a glitch because you can grab 1, and then if you pick up a ticket while you are taking damage, you duplicate it and you pick up 2 tickets at once. So you can skip grabbing the 3rd ticket while also saving time to open the vault.
In this case, the 3rd ticket isn't all that far away, but it's still further away.
Yeah, it's still faster to dupe it. We will be seeing that again later in the run with another level. But other than that, that is pretty much all there is from that trick. So we're getting towards the end of She Came From Outer Space. You might have seen both the runners scaring this guy, and each time he gets scared, he'll run away, but also dropping pawns. I didn't quite see how many pawns the runners got, but
Woofer has 33, but I couldn't see many afterhead.
Okay, that's 33 is pretty good coming out of this level.
The most I've ever seen is 36, but I think you could technically get 1 or 2 more.
All right. Now we're into Barrel Battle, which is kind of an auto-scroller level. You can see Afterimage just making his way over here. Basically what you have to do in this level is just get to the fight and kill 4 Mafia men, and then the 5th one up top just throws barrels at you for a while, and then he'll come down and then you can kill him, and then a timepiece bomb.
It's a great time to show off the idle animations of the game, though.
Yeah, you'll probably see the idle animations because Afterimage is in the spot right now. If you stand, yeah, if you stand in like just this general area, you can just not get hit during the entire fight. It's pretty convenient.
Think about avoiding barrels.
The one, the idle animation on the after screen is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
up, little
So, part of the reason why we go out of our way to get to Shaking Fire Space first is to get this Brewer Hat that you see Afterimage using right now. You can use the Brewer Hat in combat against this guy. Normally you have to jump on his head whenever he turns red, but you can use the Brewer Hat alternatively, and it's much faster than jumping up on top of his head and having to land back down to hit him. So Afterimage gets a 133. Let's see what Woofer gets. 130. Oh, just missed the timepiece. I think that would still be a 132 anyway.
Still within a couple seconds. Alright, so both runners are now loading into Down with the Mafia just Down with the Mafia. It's hard to talk. This level has one of the few instances of RNG throughout this game, and it's just at the very end within the boss fight. He can do a couple different attacks, and one of them, when he uses sandbags, which you'll see once they actually get there, you can actually hit him, but it's just sort of a waste of time. It's just RNG depending on how many times he does that.
Yeah, the largest variation between the worst RNG and the best RNG is about 15 or 16 seconds, I believe.
So around there.
go home with you.
So one thing I forgot to mention is it looks like Afterimage is ahead right now in RTA, but Woofer is actually ahead in IGT because of he has a little bit worse load times than Afterimage does. So that affects what the timer is at right now. You can see Woofer is entering the freezer room at 5:30, whereas Afterimage entered a little bit later than that. Afterimage, you can see he's doing some interesting platforming here. He's actually skipping over a little mini boss fight that you can just jump over the trigger for that. Looks like Woofer also did it, and now they're both in the fight right now. So this is where RNG can come into play. The best RNG is for each phase to have him come back and do the sandbags from the top only once.
But as long as you hit every attack, he'll never do it more than twice.
Yeah. So Afterimage getting a little bit unlucky there. He's already sandbagged twice.
It wasn't my intention. Did one of them do homingless?
Oh, I did not notice.
Well,
It's such a
homingless.
useless strat. Useless strat.
All that means is they didn't lock onto the homing attack and just actually just landed on his head for the first attack. Since it's always the same, you can always predict where he's going to go.
Both of our runners are getting really bad RNG. We got the worst amount of sandbags you could. So you're going to see a trick coming up here, a quick kill. If you go to the bottom right of the screen and you hold your Brewer Hat, it makes your collision so that he doesn't throw you across the map. Instead, when he tries to throw you across, you get stuck behind him. And when he starts to do his Mafia Ball attack, he just falls out of the world and then hits a death barrier. And then that just spawns a timepiece.
They're both in pretty good close sync right now.
Yeah. Thing is, Woofer is about
20
seconds ahead. Yeah, somewhere around there. IGT. Ah, here it
There we
is.
go.
So Woofer does a completely different route, which is not. It's basically the same speed overall, but it's gonna be hard to tell whether Woofer or Afterimage are ahead after this point because they will be doing different levels.
Pretty sure Woofer's the only person who does this.
Yeah, he is. His route may actually be faster after finding the new picture perfect route because you get more pawns. I don't think it's been looked into too much yet so far.
Yeah, I completely forgot that he does this route until we just started this race.
Yeah. So you can see Afterimage is doing sewers. It's a time rift. It's the first time rift we've seen so far in this race. They're kind of like the Super Mario Sunshine secret levels, where you have to find somewhere in the level in order to actually get to the time rift. He just finished it right there. When you finish a time rift, you get a roulette, so you can usually get cosmetics or something. If you get a CD, which is like an alternate music for multiple different places in the game, you can get CDs that change the music. If you get one, then you'll lose 3 seconds, but that usually happens somewhere in the run. It's really likely, or really lucky if you don't get a CD for the entire run.
We need to give you
I'm talking at a million miles here. Afterimage is doing... Oh, he missed.
Oh,
Alright. Afterimage was trying to do the ticket dupe tech that we were talking about earlier on She Came from Outer Space. What he tried to do was jump off of the clock tower and take fall damage to pick up the ticket. Unfortunately, he did not grab it in time for his iframes to run out.
It's
so
pretty
he
hard
has to
to
go
get.
back. Yeah, it is definitely a hard trick. So he had to go grab an extra ticket.
It might actually be a little faster to go back to hub, but I've never actually timed that. And that obviously depends on you getting it second try.
Yeah. It is indeed faster. I don't know
Goes
exactly how
under.
much. Yeah,
I think
that was unfortunate.
It's 10 to 15
Unfortunately.
seconds. You lose going back to hub. I don't know how much time you lose going to get the other ticket. You see what Woofer just did? He's doing gallery, which is a time rift in I don't want to say on Battle of the Birds or on spaceship, but it's a time rift you can find within the spaceship near Battle of the Birds. And in the very beginning, you see that he jumps off the edge after climbing a wall. He was able to hit a checkpoint that was barely off the edge, so he could avoid just going around in a circle. Saves a couple seconds first going around.
Alright, I'm not super familiar with Woofer's route, but if I'm not mistaken, he should be headed towards Subcon now. Oh no, he's doing either Murder on AliExpress or Picture Perfect.
Yeah, because he needed the checkpoint for the Battle of the Birds telescope, otherwise he'd have gone back to Mafia Town. Afterimage missing every bonk, missing every dive boost in heating up. Very unfortunate. They're all hard dive boosts though.
Yeah, hitting up is very dependent on a few key dive boosts, mainly 3 of them. And he's missed 2 of them so far. There's a third one coming up after this Death Warp here. You can see Woofer in Murder on AliExpress. He's just trying to rush his way to getting to the main part of this mission, which is to solve a murder mystery.
After he get the last dive boost off the building, so that's good.
Yeah, that was the third dive boost I was talking about, which is really important.
That one's the hardest for me.
Yeah, it's really hard to, because the hard part about it is landing back on the valve and taking damage at the same time. You want to take damage so you can do what he's doing right now. Boost yourself from the lava to get to this valve, and then set yourself at exactly 1 HP to Death Warp again. So Woofer is about to do a sequence break here. Normally you're supposed to run around getting keys and stuff to get to this button, and it takes a really long time to grab all the keys and unlock all the doors to get here. But you can just jump up and press it.
I think this is one of the longest levels
Good
casually.
job.
That
Yeah.
one skip pretty much cuts the level time in more than half.
Yeah, it is huge. Afterimage finishing up, heating up Mafia Town.
I do want to mention also Woofer, at least Woofer, maybe after, he's playing with some colorblind mode on by pressing F5 on your computer. And it just changes the way the game looks. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's for colorblind, although I'm not 100% sure what the exact function is. But, so like, it definitely looks a lot different from what I'm used to. I think Murder's honestly the level that gets affected the most, maybe Finale as well.
Alright, Afterimage coming up on the final level of Mafia Town for now. This is bizarre. He's going to enter a barrel battle because it puts you right on top of the time rift, so you can just see it right there. Uh, Normally you just have to run around looking for this, but because we play this game every day, we
A
know
lot.
right where it is. So here it is, the final level of Mafia Town for now. It's pretty cycle dependent, but it's not too intense. A lot of the other time rifts are much more cycle dependent. We'll see more of those later on in the run.
Looks like you hit most of the cycles. Just actually grab the timepiece. Grabbing that timepiece in Bazaar is a lot harder than it looks. I don't know why.
Yeah, if you miss that timepiece, it's not a huge time loss, but it's really frustrating because you
8-10
could have
seconds.
just grabbed it right away. Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
Woofer
looks like
is
doing it.
Woofer's on.
Perfect route.
Yeah. This route that he's doing right now for this level was found just recently because of a new cutscene skip.
It was within the past
Uh,
week now.
Yeah, it was 3 days ago actually. Very, very new. So there's a dive boost coming up, which is probably the hardest part of this route. Let's see if he gets it. He's gonna dive boost off this building and try to wall climb the statue. Oh wait, no he's not. He's gonna do a safe strat, which is
That's what I
probably a
did.
good idea.
Yeah. Alright, looks like After's gonna be he's in subcon now. Looks like he's about to be trying bag skip.
Yes,
Let's
this
see
is
if he gets this real quick.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is he gonna get it?
Oh, he got it.
Nice. That did not look like he was gonna get it, but
Yeah,
he,
that was a
he
really
gets
weird
back
camera angle at
first
first.
try. Yeah. Good job for Afterimage. That is a very hard trick.
Oh yeah, I've been struggling
Some
getting
runners
that
would
first try
say
a
it's
lot recently too.
yeah. So now Woofer is now heading to Subcon, the level that Afterimage is in. So it'll kind of look like they're at the same spot, but then later on in a run, Woofer's gonna have to go back to Mafia Town to get some timepieces.
Yeah, it's hard to say like who's still in the lead though because Wolfer did do some longer levels.
Alright, Woofer on his way, climbing up the tree in order to do bag skip. Afterimage misses the slam dunk, but that's not a big deal because you can just grab the painting. If you take too long, and if you miss the painting throw into the bonfire, the paintings will actually disappear. They'll sink under the ground and respawn to where you initially grabbed them. By the way, Woofer also getting bag skip. I should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
So both runners getting bag skip first try. This is a very, very good display of skill from both of these runners. It is in my opinion, I think bag skip is the hardest trick in the game. So it's a good
Oh
job
yes,
so far.
it's at the very least it's the most precise.
Yes.
You have to do a 2 to 3 frame jump, but you only have a very few, a very small, just trees. Like I almost want to call it a branch that's just facing up to jump on.
Yeah, so you saw it on Afterimage's side. I'm not sure if Woofer is doing it, but what Afterimage did was, yeah, Woofer's not doing it. What Afterimage did is he grabbed the cherry and threw it at the timepiece, and then he picked up the timepiece and then let the cherry kill him because he was at 1 HP. What that does is make you spawn, it puts you back into Subcon instead of going back to the main hub and having to go back into the telescope. It saves a little bit of time. It's pretty nice to be able to just go straight from contractual obligations, which is the level Woofer just finished, straight to Subcon Well, which is the one Afterimage is in now.
Yeah. And I do want to mention, you were saying for bag skip does require a very precise jump. We call it SDJ or a sprint double jump. And there are 2 ways of doing it. One is to release sprint and 2 to 3 frames later press jump. Another, that's what most runners do. What Woofer does, which again is different from most other runners, he does a hat switch SDJ, which just means he switches hats and jumps at the same time. There is really isn't any difference. It's just personal preference for the most part. That's why he keeps on switching hats whenever he does these jumps. If you ever know, if you pay attention.
Come with me.
Yeah, it's much more easier to see when somebody does an SDJ when you're watching a runner who does hat switch SDJs, which are pretty uncommon. But
Oh, that's a
Gonna get-
bad fall and stuff coming well after.
yeah, he recovers pretty well. It's a good recovery. Good thing he didn't fall all the way down. Oh, he misses it again. All right, looks like he has these backup strats down. He's just having a hard time getting up there.
He's not. He's hugging the wall too quickly.
He's
That's his
He's
problem.
blowing us some kisses.
Still not far enough.
Come on, Afterimage. You can do it, man. Let's do it.
Get for bag skip first try. This isn't harder. All right, there we go.
Yeah, so we actually got some new movement tech in this level. We grabbed the hook shot. Woofer just grabbed it in the chest in this level. Basically, it does exactly what you just saw Afterimage doing. You can hook shot and activate some things, like what Woofer's doing right now. And it just like acts as like a button press, and then you can also use it for what he's doing right now, which is swinging around. Let's see if he gets the jump that Afterimage was having trouble with. There he goes. Gets it first
Second world
try.
is definitely a hard level. But that was just some bad mistakes.
Yeah.
Especially because you just missed one hook shot. That's a couple seconds lost right there.
Alright, I know Woofer does do a weird route overall, but he should still probably be doing the same timepieces in subcon, so it'll at least look like we have a similar route between our runners. So Afterimage is going into Vanessa's Manor.
Remember to go through subcon well. That's good because if you went through contractual obligations, the bag that they both skipped over in the beginning would still be there, and you just run right into it. So on the way to Nested Manor, which we can't exactly spawn close to, but we weren't that far anyways, just because of contracts. We were supposed to solve some puzzles here with cherries and these spirits and these bells. That takes a long time. We're just gonna skip over all of them. All these walls are high enough to just reach with jumps. That one you literally can just jump onto. Like you don't need the cherries at all. I don't
Yeah,
know what
that one in
is.
particular. Yeah.
That also
it
still
is.
confused me. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so Afterimage is making his way to the back of the manor. You enter through this cellar. He's going for it. He's going for the new movement, and he gets it. Good job on his part. That's actually harder than it looks, going through the crystals versus sliding around. If you wall climb on anything at all, you will just start wall climbing on everything around you, and it is really hard to get out of. I don't know if Woofer is going to go for that, but let's see. The alternative strat is just to slide on this little piece of snow, which is pretty fast, actually.
And
I just die boosted off of it. It's fast as well.
sometimes it's hard to get the right jump, so you just have to die boost it. So what you saw after do as he enters the attic, he jumped on a door frame you couldn't see and jumps over a cutscene trigger that only extends horizontally. It doesn't go all the way up. And that allows you to just skip the cutscene, saves a couple seconds.
You can see Woofer trying it right now. There he goes, he gets it.
Just want to mention also, because if you play this game casually, this level is supposed to be a lot longer. But the devs were nice when the full game was launched. They gave us a little shortcut. I don't know the exact reason. I've heard some people say it's just for to help people get scared because this is more of a family-friendly game. Others say it's just a joke because the beta speedrunners kept on asking for it. Whatever the case, it's very useful.
Yeah, this that level in particular is like very scary compared to the entirety of the other game. It's
Oh yeah,
definitely an outlier of a level.
yeah.
Afterimage and Pipe, Woofer is also going to this level. Afterimage this is one of the time rifts which are really dependent on cycles. Afterimage does make the best cycle right there, so good job on his part. Let's see how Woofer does. Just entering the level right now.
Yeah, but one thing, especially with hype, it's hard to like determine like when it's better to do a short die boost or it's better just grab the hook shots or just jump past them. I still don't know what's officially the fastest between all of them. I usually end up grabbing most of the hook shots.
You mean the hook shots after the spinning block that Woofer's coming up on right now?
Yeah, like grab to that. I grab generally because I'm especially just coming out of a die boost.
Yeah, it is faster to actually grab both hook shots.
Yeah, but not a very huge difference.
Yeah, it's pretty minimal. Just optimization stuff.
Woofer does make the fast cycle and pipe as well.
So now Afterimage is heading his way towards the second and final time rift in Subcon. It's Village. This one is quite a ways away. He's just gonna have to die boost his way over there. It's on top of this
really
tower.
no other level we could spawn into to get in closer though. I think in terms of cycle-based, Village is probably one of the least cycle-based time rifts.
Ooh, Afterimage going for a little bit of a swag strat there, doing some complex movement tech to try and get some extra height to get up there. Fortunately, he just barely misses it.
It's hard to get that entrance like that though. It really is.
You need to find the
You see Wolfram making his way over to the same rift.
Yeah, so Afterimage is heading towards the main trick in this level. There's going to be a bell that you're going to have to jump off of and jump straight into the timepiece. Normally you're supposed to walk all the way around this huge puzzle area, but you can just jump on this puzzle, or jump on this bell. See if you get
He
it.
chooses not to do bell this, which good thing he didn't.
Yeah, so you can actually make that jump without hitting the bell, but if he didn't hit it right there, he actually would not have he would not have grabbed the timepiece.
Yeah. It is possible to
Good.
make that jump, but you need pretty much max height jumps, and I never find it worth it to lose the half a second or second, I think you can make it now, of doing Bellis for the risk. That's just me though. I'm not at like the max height of the performance, so I can afford to lose that small time.
Ooh.
It looks like Wolfer tried to go for Bellis, but he couldn't get a good jump onto the bell in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, a little update on the pacing of this race right now. Woofer has completed various different levels in Battle of the Birds, while Afterimage hasn't. Alternatively, Afterimage has completed some levels in Mafia Town, while Woofer hasn't. So it's a little bit hard to tell exactly who's ahead right now. I do believe it's still Woofer.
But a little bit looks kind of barely.
Yeah,
Because again, After has done an extra level. I'm pretty sure, anyways. I think I could have sworn Woofer only did the 3, 4, and
yeah. Woofer
4
still
and 3.
has Woofer still has Golden Vaults, Sewers, Bazaar, and Heating at Mafia Town to do.
Right.
The longest of those levels being Heating at Mafia Town.
Yeah.
The rest of them aren't super long.
No.
Meanwhile, Woofer has completed Gallery, Picture Perfect, and
Oh right, he did do
Murder
it.
on the Alex
Yeah,
Road.
right. So it is the same timepieces. I thought it might have been one less for some reason. So the level that After just finished and Wolfer's playing now is Mail Delivery, and as you can see, it does require some precise aiming. So for that, and the fact that controller controls get inverse, and it's just an awful time. Pretty much everyone does run keyboard mouse for this one level.
Yeah, so we saw a little trick at the end there. Whenever you sometimes when you finish some levels in Subcon, you will get a contract. And if you get the contract while you're holding a timepiece, it will it'll bring up the pause menu. And if it brings up the pause menu, then you can just save and exit to the hub, and then you can just go on with your speedrun. It skips about 6 seconds, I believe, if you get the fast exit with the contract.
We would have done the same thing in Subcon well had we collected that contract, but both runners got their bag skipped, so they didn't actually have to get that contract, so it never showed up as completed. And so here we can go back to our little route differences between them. Wolf had already done the level after his doing, so he is now going back to the next level in the world, which is Train Rush. This level is probably one of the more one of the hardest levels in the run to do well.
Yeah, this level is a lot of optimization and a bunch of little things you can do here and there.
Yeah, I still have 15 seconds to save off of golds on this level.
Yeah, it is a very hard level. If you mess up like a dive boost somewhere, you can lose a lot of time too. Particularly in the last section. Let's see what kind of strats Woofer goes for here.
I thought you'd be going for the platform thing.
Yeah, there's a pretty precise trick you can go for there, which saves a little bit more time, but we might see Afterimage go for a little bit later in the run, but we'll see.
We'll see how if he's not feeling well about this run, he may not go for it, but I think he probably will. Well, for missing one of the platforms, having to jump back over. At least that's what it looked like. Alright, this final Train Rush is just it's a nightmare to do quickly.
He's on good pace right now. Oh, very minor mistake. Nothing big. So basically, you just have to hit all these platforms in order to get to the next stage. He's doing very well right now. Is that the last one? Yeah, that was good. Good platforms.
Oh yeah, I thought he messed up right at the end. He got hit by when he jumped on the cannon, but he managed to make it. For not making the ice set there. Oh, he doesn't have the. He should have the yarn.
I'm not sure when Woofer makes the ice hat. Like I said, he does have a pretty
Different
hipster route.
You can make it on almost any timepiece spawning animation, so there's still time.
Yeah, he has plenty of places to make it. I think he's on his.
I think he's gonna be doing AliExpress.
Yeah, he
Maybe
should be doing AliExpress. Yeah.
So this level, in my opinion, is just the hardest level in the run for no particular reason other than it's just painful.
Yeah, this time rift that Woofer is heading his way into right now is the most cycle dependent out of all of them. There's only one fast route or fast cycle you can make.
And if you're off by a tiny bit, you're just out of luck.
Yeah. So let's see if he gets it. His first jump coming here off of the spinning platform is usually the most important part of the level, and it looks like he's going to make that. This next jump right here can also be hard.
That's the one that gives me the most trouble, honestly.
Yeah, so he should be, if he gets this button, yeah, he's on the fastest cycle right now. So he's on pace for a good Murder on AliExpress rift.
It is possible to just be sloppy from this point and still miss it, but he should be fine to make it. Oh yeah, he made it with plenty of time. It looks like After is almost finishing up Murder on the AliExpress now.
Woofer almost getting a sub 1 on that level. Sub 1 is very hard to accomplish. It's very, very good.
Yes, I've done that twice so far. Both times, it's been a nice gold. And one thing we didn't mention when Woofer was doing it, but at the end we see After jumping on a door frame just to make it over to the key door he needs to get to. And that's a very risky jump, just because if you miss it by a tiny bit and you accidentally open the door you jump on, you will actually need to get another key, and it's like 20-30 seconds, and you just feel so bad after doing that. It's just such a silly mistake.
Yeah, my first 48 that I got, I did that in my run, and I was so mad because it could have been a 47.
That sucks.
So Woofer is entering the second longest level in the run.
It's the best level.
Other than Finale. Yeah. This is a basically 4-minute long auto scroller. Right now in the section of the level that Woofer is in right now, he's just running around picking up pawns. That's the only thing you can do right now. You can see at the bottom right of Woofer's game right now, you can see the circle of blue, like circling around. Once that hits the full circle, it will Woofer will have to do a task. The first one being he's just gonna have to walk around and hit some valves. Nothing too important. After that, he waits another X amount of time. I can't really remember what it is, but you just wait around for the next task. After that, he'll have to jump on a bunch of floats, and then wait a little bit, and then the timepiece spawns. And all of that is
We're
4
having some
minutes.
trouble climbing that wall.
Yeah, he's
That's a
actually
hard
gonna
wall to
lose.
climb.
Yeah,
Honestly.
he's losing a little bit of time here because he should be up here at this valve right now.
As it goes off. Literally
Yeah.
the only way to lose time in the section he was in. So to get hit and miss that ending. Afterimage just finished up picture perfect. I couldn't see if he got that last die boost at the end or if he went for it though.
Bad commentator. I didn't even see if he did the new routes. Did he do it or
He
not?
does the new route. I just couldn't see if
Okay.
he how he did with it.
He got a 54, which suggests he had like a little bit of errors in there. So maybe he didn't get it.
It is a really hard die boost at the end of picture perfect.
Yeah, it is hard. Yeah, so you can see Woofer on the second stage of Parade now. You might be thinking to yourself, why do we do a 4-minute long auto-scroller in the run? Parade opens a lot of important things. Mainly
We also just like
3
torturing other
timepieces.
people.
Yeah.
Plus, are you not seeing
So-
Snappy Pasta in the chat?
Oh, I actually... Oh, my chat is frozen right now. Let me refresh that. Yeah, so we do Big Parade because it gives you 1 timepiece from Big Parade. It also unlocks the Moon Time Rift, which Woofer will be doing after this level. And then it also unlocks Fake Finale for this chapter. So it's 3 timepieces in very quick succession besides Parade. He's almost at the end of this this waiting part. This part of the level is the longest one, so the wait after this will be as
really
long as...
boring.
Yeah, it's the most boring part of the run for sure.
This point is generally when you just sit in chat reading the copy passes because you have nothing better to do.
Yeah. So he has 1 more float suppress, and then he just has to wait a little.
He still hasn't made ice at it. Is he not doing parade death?
He's probably not doing Parade Death. I've spoken with him a little bit, and he's all about the consistent strats in the races so far. And Parade
mean-
Death is definitely a risky strat.
Oh yeah, no, it's you save 13 seconds. If you get it, you lose 50, 40. So, yeah, I respect not going for it.
Afterimage is making the ice at right now, which suggests he will be doing it. I think Afterimage is probably on his way to Parade right now. Or he might be doing Murder
No,
on the
he's got to do
Express.
Owl. He has to do Owl Express and Gallery still.
Yeah, so he's probably not doing Parade right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing Gallery right now. This is a level Woofer did very early in the run.
Oh, Woofer. Maybe he is doing Parade Death. Not actually. He just... So what happened there is when you're in this level, you have a bunch of owls following you, parading around with you. And if you get hit by them, they knock you around in the direction that they hit you. And he got hit in a very unfortunate direction that time. So Woofer is probably doing Moon now. See this
I think
time.
it's the only yeah, it's either Moon or the award ceremony.
Yeah. He only has 2 more levels left in Battle of the Birds. He is doing Moon, which I don't think it matters which one he did. After much finishing up Gallery, there he goes. He actually missed the Death Warp right away, so he had a little bit of an unfortunate.
He tried going
time
for the DSJ, so he had to fall back down and go for the
Yeah.
double jump.
He gets a really rare color. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Anything 3 stars is not common.
Yeah.
Balancing 2 stars on that often, honestly.
Afterimage is actually rocking the Hat Kid look that my practice save has. Fairly interestingly enough, I used Ladybug and the color he got right now.
Yeah.
So-
My practice file got corrupted, so I've been using a finished file. So it just has Dino and whatever Flair's favorite color is blueberry
Woof.
pie.
Woofer is a god, dude. He just got that SDJ really nicely. Oh, that was
a
scary.
very solid move.
Yeah,
I go for that same
yeah,
dive
that was
Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
no, it's
Woofer
a
does
very
not
nice
do
dive.
the.
It feels nice to get that dive boost, especially if you don't do moon death.
Yeah, there's a strat there where you can kill yourself and you won't have to go through that roulette. That
Afterimage messing up
Afterimage
balance
misses the
strats.
SDJ.
There's a reason this is one of the hardest levels in the run. Twice.
He might go for the casual strats here. Let's see if he goes
Well,
for it.
probably one more
Nah,
time.
he's doing it again.
Alright, real quick, Woofer doing the hardest level in the run.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
very hard. Afterimage does make the jump. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
he
he saved
saved it.
himself.
Oh, God.
If he fell down again, he would have to do that jump again. Okay, okay.
Alright,
Alright.
he made it. He didn't get the fast cycle that Woofer got, but he's made it, which is all that matters.
Alright, Woofer is going to... Oh no, he might...
He has
So
to-
normally in this part of the run, if you were doing the normal routes, he would be doing cheating the race right now. But he actually has a couple of levels to clean up in Mafia Town.
before he can even unlock cheating the race.
Yeah. So just to recap, he has Sewers, Golden Vault, Heating Up Mafia Town, and Bazaar. So he has 4 levels plus cheating the race. So that's 5 levels in Mafia Town coming up. He does Hook Shot Double Dupe, which is a very... ooh. Okay, I was afraid he wouldn't get hit there, so he does get Double Dupe. So if you come back later in the run and do Hook Shot, you can save about a second.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons he originally thought of doing it this way. I believe.
Pretty clean Golden Vault.
Alright, Afterimage is starting Parade now. See him again in 4 minutes. As of now, it does look like Woofer's definitely ahead by a bit.
Yeah, Woofer
hard to
has...
Say exactly how
couple of-
much right now, but
Yeah, he has a couple of short levels except for Heating Up Mafia Town. Heating Up Mafia Town is about a 2-minute level.
all these other
Other
ones are
than-
less than a minute each.
Yeah.
So it'll be, by the time they do CTR, they'll probably be within a minute, although that's just me making a guess.
Oh no!
Oh, no!
Woofer gets the sewer soft lock. He can exit the hub right now. Yeah, yeah. Good thing he noticed that.
Oh,
That
sucks.
That is crazy, dude. That is really uncommon. I am surprised that he got that soft lock in a race.
Oh, that's
Wow.
unfortunate.
I'm actually not sure how good of a pace Woofer is on right now. Because
Hard to
thinking
tell.
back on his run, he might not be super far behind his PB. He didn't do Parade Death, which his PB probably does do. So he's probably not on PB pace, but
Especially after
we'll be
that
able to tell
soft
more
lock.
often. Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty hefty time loss right there. Alright, Afterimage has just finished the first section of Parade. If we're going for the fastest sewer cycle, ooh, I don't know if he can make it anymore.
It's a
Just
very
had
tight
little bit-
cycle.
Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he
Oh,
just barely
okay.
makes it. Good job.
It's a very tight cycle to make. It takes about 4
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, 35 is a decent time in sewers.
Yeah, and he did struggle for a second hitting the rift. It's very hard to get a clean entry into that rift without getting a wall grab or hitting the side of it.
Alright, Woofer is entering Heating Up Mafia Town now. This is a level that Afterimage did way long time ago. Let's see if Woofer can hit the big boosts in this level. He goes for a safer one.
I've never
which
seen that one
is
done.
pretty good. Yeah, there's a couple different dive boosts you can do right there. I actually haven't seen that one before.
I do the dive
We're
boost
coming
off
in
that
with a bunch
statue.
of, yeah, if we're coming in with a bunch of never before seen safe strats.
Learn something new every day, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sort of every time rope is so easy to land on, except for that one.
Yeah, yeah. If you miss that tightrope, you will die, and it is a huge time loss because you have to make your way all the way back to that valve that he just finished right there. Ooh, all right. So Afterimage is doing a trick that we did not see on Woofer's side. He's gonna lower himself down to 1 HP, and then set himself up with the ice hat right here on this telephone pole. And when the timer reaches just about the end, he's gonna let the owls kill him and throw him in the direction of the timepiece. And Hat Kid's body will fly through the air and grab the timepiece and hopefully accurately grab it. So let's see how he does here. The reason why you want to do this is so that you can just immediately enter Moon Rift right away. Let's see if he gets it. Okay,
That looked
that was
awful for a
close.
second.
That was close to missing.
Yeah.
But he gets it, so good for him. Now he can just dive boost right here, go straight into Moon.
And save roughly 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Because now also when he goes back to the telescope, he doesn't have to see the time rift animation of it spawning. Here we're also going to be seeing a moon death, which Woofer also didn't do. Which again, this one is probably it's not even more risky, but it's also incredibly risky. Because now he has to do the entire rift with the owls following him, and make this very precise jump. If he takes a death, he will lose. He will not go for the moon death just because you would have to go back to 1 HP, and it's not enough time save at that point. Because this overall only does save 1 second.
Alright. Woofer entering Bazaar. He has 2 more levels in Mafia Town. Mailroom, and then he will be in Finale.
We'll see. They're actually pretty close.
Yeah, they're closer than I thought. We'll be able to tell coming out of the
Once they both
mailroom
finish
for
this
sure.
next level. Because they should
Yeah.
both do CPR in that mailroom, so they should be on pace back on the same route at that point. It's definitely very close RTA. Game time, it looks a little further apart.
We're getting a good cycle on Bazaar. Let's see if he goes for this SDJ. Nah. The man is about consistency. He goes for the safe strats, which are working out for him so far. He has not made that many mistakes apart from that. Apart from that soft lock, I can't really think of any major mistakes that he's had so far.
He's had a pretty solid run. Oh, yeah. At least RTA, they're right next to each other now.
Yeah. So now they're back on the same route. Woofer looks to be about 3 minutes ahead, a little bit over 3 minutes ahead right now.
So it's a
If he
little further
misses-
apart than I initially thought, but it's still about where I was expecting.
Yeah, this is a very hard level, by the way. If he misses this, he could be seeing some time loss. By the way, we're seeing forward CTR. We might see it from both players here. Oh my goodness. Alright, so there's an alternate strat you can do here where you go backwards. Most people do it that way. Forwards
know
is
Woofer didn't follow
definitely... Yeah, Woofer is actually the guy who formulated this forward CTR route. So hopefully...
really? Ooh, he missed
Yeah.
that last speed at the end. They still both make it though.
Yeah, they both get it first try.
Either way, it's still very you can make a couple of mistakes and still be fine.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but a couple.
Alright, after entering the final time rift in the entire run, Woofer's also trailing behind him, RTA, but in IGT he is soaring past him right now. Woofer has to make some pretty huge mistakes for Afterimage to come back from the.
In the final level, the finale, it's easily possible to lose that much time.
Yeah, for sure. If Woofer messes up a trick called Finale Skip coming up, he can lose multiple minutes on each fail.
And he was just saying how safe, how he does slides are, so let's see if he's telling the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
It always is possible at the very end, of course, for final boss to just warp like under the map and just fall, and that takes multiple minutes to recover from, and I don't even think anything causes it, and it's just basically that happens. Either runner will lose.
It's a very rare occurrence,
It is
but
possible.
it could happen.
Yeah,
It's very uncommon.
I've never seen it, but then again, I probably haven't finished that many runs for it to happen.
Yeah.
I know after it had it happen to him a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
See, Afterimage trying to press the button from a distance away there. Whenever you press that button, the elevator starts going up. So you want to press the button while you're on it, so you just get it pushed up right away.
You have to be fairly on the edge, but it's kind of lenient. It's something like a distance you should get used to over time.
It's after on PB pace. Afterimage's PB is 53:15, I believe.
51,
He's
13,
entered-
14. You're off by a
51
bit.
4. Okay.
It'll be close. He might be.
Yeah, he's pretty close actually. He could PB right now. He has to have a pretty good finale.
Oh, you do have to do something to cause the mustache girl to fall through the map? I have no idea. I just know it's not good to have happen.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do it. You need to be standing in a very weird spot. So you can see Afterimage doing his clip out of bounds right now. There he
Woofer
goes.
not far behind.
Yeah. It's actually not even a clip. There's just a hole right there for some reason. Good job, devs.
Hey, programming is hard.
Yeah. That hole right there makes this entire skip possible, what they're doing right now. So they're going to wall climb between 2 walls to get on top of Finale. They're going to try and get up on top of the ceiling. And then both of them are going for slide threats. You can also just die boost on the ceiling to be safe. But both of our runners are doing slides right now. You could slide and go way faster. It's like 13, 14 seconds faster. I don't know.
So I'm expecting both runners to go for full slides. However, after may not, just for safety.
Yeah, we'll see right now. They're both coming up on the wall.
Looks like they both are.
Yeah, Woofer's doing a little bit of safety strat. Like he's exiting out, but he's going right back in right away. There's another wall right here that he's going over.
All right. After makes
looks
it.
Like yeah, after gets full slides.
And
Woofer
Woofer
doing
just
a little
does
bit of safe strat. Yeah, so the reason why Woofer didn't go right back into sliding right away is because there's a hole between 2 pillars coming up, and it's risky to slide over it. Afterimage does get full slides. Woofer exiting. Oh, that was scary.
That was about to do the thing that Flare founder was showing earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing this strat.
Yeah. He's consistent, man. He's doing the safe strats. He's good at them.
Yeah, listen. If he gets it, he gets it. I'm not complaining which way.
Yeah. Oh, he gets this. All right, he gets slapped right away. Oh man, one of our other runners in the tournament had that camera glitch happen to him. You might not even be able to see what happened on Woofer's side. The camera was facing away from him, and it doesn't look back. Luckily, he gets up the mustache girl right away. So we have a little mini fight right here.
It's definitely
Woofer
one of
just
the more
finished
risky
it.
parts of the fight, because if you die here, you will go further back into Finale, and you will be soft-locked. But luckily it doesn't happen to either runner. And we start the finals. We get the official final fight here. Ooh, after taking the hit there, so gonna go through another attack. It's unfortunate.
So Woofer is trying to snipe. Afterimage is trying to do it too. Well,
It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, so what they're trying to do there is charge up the brewer potion and throw it at her just out of range of her teleporting away. If you do that, then you'll hit her and then just go to the next phase right away.
Woofer is now on a cherry phase, which is this entire fight's honestly a little bit of RNG, but this is the largest RNG part of it. You'll have to throw a cherry to break Mustache Girl out of her shield or bubble, whatever it's called, and then you'll be able to attack her a certain amount of times. How many cherries it takes to finish this phase is complete RNG. You might get 1 cherry, you might get 4 cherries, who knows?
Yeah, if you hit her between each shield, the max you can get is 4 cherries. Looks like Woofer is getting a little bit unlucky there, having her pop up her shield again.
I don't know when to talk about that. I would think After managed to pull it off, but he's definitely something he's trying. It's just called double hits, but it's technically not. If you hit her with a brewer potion, and then you start homing attack her before the brewer hits, you can hit the brewer and then homing her on the next attack as she's going away. That only ever works if her next attack is a shockwave attack though, the one where she's bouncing all over the place, because every other one she teleports, breaking the homing attack.
Alright, both runners coming up on the final phase of the final fight of the final level. So we're at the end of the game here. We have just one little, we have to hit Mustache Girl 8 times in this phase, and then grab a timepiece, and then you're done with the game. Very similar RTA race, actually.
Yeah. Too bad for after that's not how we time this game.
Ooh. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see what their times are right now, because bitrate gets destroyed by this fight, in case you couldn't tell. Both of them finishing very... although Woofer is going to be the winner of this race, unless he goes AFK right now and goes get some food or something. Alright, there it is.
That's one RTA though.
That is a very, very close race RTA. I didn't expect that.
Very impressive.
Yeah. So Woofer is the victor of this match with the 47-57, just barely grabbing that sub 48. Afterimage got a 51-28, just a couple seconds off of PB.
Yeah.
If he had a little bit better finale, he could have PB'd there, I believe.
Or if he had a better, well.
Whew. So there you have it. That is wooferzfg versus Afterimage. Alright, let's see. Let's see what our runners decide to do. Give timepiece or no give timepiece?
Most important part of the run.
Yeah. Oh. Afterimage does not give it to her.
What does Wilford do?
He's thinking. Oh, he doesn't do it either. Damn. Poor Mustache Girl.
Good.
Hello, hello.
I am probably not who you want right now.
You're welcome.
Welcome, Afterimage.
Yeah.
How you feeling after the race?
Kind of funny. I had fun though.
Funny.
Yeah, I laughed a lot. Dude,
Man, you were close
I was
to that
laughing
PB, huh?
so hard. I was only up by 14 seconds. I had 3.5 plus going into finale. That was the best final phase I've ever gotten.
Yeah, because I think Woofer was ahead of you RTA when you entered final phase.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah, you ended up winning RTA in the end though.
Nice.
Yeah,
That helped.
Yeah, just by a few seconds. You guys were very synced on stream.
Yeah, I saw him go DBS and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, Woofer is A confusing
Some interesting
man.
strats. Yeah, no, he's definitely a really good runner though.
Yeah, coming in with another sub 50 in the tournament. I can't remember. Is that the fastest time we've gotten in
Hey,
tournament?
Pulsar.
Hey, Woofer. Welcome.
Congratulations on the
Victor of
win.
the race.
I
GG.
could have PB'd.
Same.
Wait, what time do you even get?
51-28.
Oh, yeah, that's super close.
It was a very RTA wise. That was extremely close race.
Yeah, you guys were like right. You guys finished the game like almost
Dude, the
perfectly.
route I
sync.
did, though, made sub count sync up. I'm
It
proud of
marked
that.
out.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
it did.
And then me optimally messing up subcon well made it better.
Oh my god,
That was
I
a
felt
painful
so bad for
subcon.
you.
Wow, that was a
I was
painful one to
laughing
watch.
so hard through that
Think-
entire
think
thing.
about
I
it.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I saw you blowing kisses like after the third time. I could tell you were just like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
right
I
now?
messed up the easiest things. Like even L Express, like I was just laughing at like the mediocrity I was doing. My
Yeah.
favorite rift too.
That rip just caused me lots of tears.
Pulsar, what was your race time?
I was wondering that too, because I wonder if you have the fastest race
Not-
time right now. I think I got a 47:34. I
Okay.
think.
Also, you had a very
I
solid
don't
race as well.
I'll have to look.
If I didn't soft lock down sewers.
Dude, oh,
That
that was
was so-
crazy. I
I
can't
missed
believe you
that.
soft lock.
Oh yeah, he did. It was rough.
Yeah.
I got 3 glods though, so that's pretty good, I guess.
It's
Oh,
nice.
nice. What levels?
I just got
Wait, let me guess.
CEO. Oh no. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. Dang, dang, you got it. No, CO, picture perfect with the new strat 'cause I never did it before, and train rush.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your CEO was good. Good job on both of you getting kind of bag
Bag skip.
skip first try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching his stream, and I saw him get it, and I got scared.
I didn't think I was gonna get it because my starting angle was so wonky. I was like,
That
oh,
really
this
was.
sucks.
Oh yeah. Watch that Pulsar just in there like he's not gonna get this.
It's
Yeah,
weird though.
I-
Almost every time I get that angle, I get back skip. I don't even know why I'm afraid when it happens anymore.
Just go
It
for that
was-
angle on purpose now. Then
It's such a like you were facing like right at the red wall. I did
No.
not think that you would go in the right direction. But you
I
got
just
the first.
defied like all the laws of game development with that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, good race, guys. Congratulations, Woofer.
Thanks.
Good
Yeah.
luck in losers Afterimage.
Gonna say something that I forgot
Darn.
on forever. Oh yeah, I just want to point out that I've done your own strat for entry,
Oh my!
cleanup manner, better than you both times on
What? Wait, what are you talking
your
about?
strat.
What?
Entry
I
for
have no
manner.
idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so if anybody, okay, let me explain this for you guys. So there's a strat that I found that Afterimage did perfectly in both of his races so far, and I did a race and I messed it up. And I feel bad. Good job, Afterimage.
Thank you. Thank you for finding it. I will admit, I messed up the pipe entry. I am pretty bad at that. You got me beat on that.
Oh yeah, I don't do that pipe entry, so
Hard.
it's very hard.
The first angle to get the dive boost on the statue is ridiculous. I can't do it.
I don't think it's worth it. Anyways, that's gonna do it for Hat for now. I don't believe there's another match today. Yeah, no, there's no other match today. The next match is Hija versus Invader Pig in 2 days from now. That is Wednesday, May 9th. So hopefully you guys can catch that. That's going to do it for us for now. So thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.